Is this the best opportunity for you to buy Bitcoin right now? We are back at our ascending trendline support, and we will be talking about not just about this megaphone pattern but also about some other technical and fundamental analysis. So make sure you are watching, because I will help you to determine with a higher clarity the next move of Bitcoin. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Simon from Crypto Paradise, and if you have been watching the previous video 7 days ago, I've shared with you this CME Futures Gap. I've told you with a higher probability we will need to fill the CME Futures Gap before continuing higher. Let's take a look at what happened right now. You can see that Bitcoin tried to fully close this gap, however, as you can see, it wasn't closed till the end, so there is still a little bit of space left, so the risk of going a little bit lower just to fully close this gap is still here. However, sometimes these gaps might end up unfilled. It is lower probability, but it might happen, and since we already almost closed it, we actually might continue higher without fully closing this CME Futures Gap. However, the risk is still there, so obviously if we are about to continue in longing the market right here at these prices, we need to be very careful about this. So placing stop losses below these wicks right here is the safe approach. But this is not enough. Let's calculate the probabilities. Let's see how bullish or bearish this market really is. So as you already know from our previous videos, this is the megaphone pattern we are forming on a 4-hour time frame. Textbook example of how we have it on our website mycryptoparadise.com. Bullish megaphone patterns usually come from an uptrend. It is basically a turned around symmetrical triangle, and the breakouts from it are usually pretty huge. So let's take a look at where we are right now. We are exactly at our ascending trend line support here. It is not only this trend line which is holding Bitcoin right now, but it is also structural support from the past price action performance. As you can see, this level where Bitcoin basically stopped dumping was the previous local high, which started to form a bull flag, and once this high was broken, look at these bullish candles afterwards. Also previously it worked as a support, as you can see right here, resistance before, again after it broke out, absolute huge impulsive move to the upside. So very important zone right here where we are at right now. Together with that, after we have finished the previous bearish price action from this level at $73,000, we started to form an A wave from our Elliott wave theory, and right now we are in a finish line of completing the B wave if this trend line is going to hold, right? So the impulsive waves consist of 5 waves. So right now we are forming a B wave. So this was the A, B, this is the second wave, and the C wave is usually the most impulsive one. So from the medium time frame perspective, it can end up even at around $93,000. You already know that we are targeting $93,000 from our medium time frame perspective. So basically where the C wave might end up is right here. Then we will have the D wave and then continuation in the E wave, which will be smaller than the C wave, right? But it will be the most volatile ones. However, for this impulsive 5 waves move to happen, we firstly need to make sure that we are holding above this trend line, and this is really a B wave of our bullish 5 moves to the upside and not a start of a bear trend. Loads of people are scared from this dump that happened this week. There is, as you know from our news channel, extreme amount of liquidations. Total 155,000 traders were liquidated, and the total liquidations comes in at $800 million. Loads of people lost money. With Paradise Family VIP original members, we have been closing our short position on Bitcoin for a channel strategy, 46% total net profit. We needed to close manually because our target one was a little bit lower than from where the Bitcoin started to go back to the upside, but as you can see, the risk to reward was still extremely great, and this is exactly what you need to keep in mind. If you want to be long-term profitable in your day trading, you always need to have great risk to reward strategies on all of your trades. That means small tight stop loss as tight as possible and wide sell targets as much as possible, right? So on a 4-hour time frame, this is absolutely essential that this trend line is being held. There shouldn't be any 4-hour candle closure below this trend line. If there will be some closure, we will start to get extremely cautious, and when there will be some confirmation like a double top, for example, formation, we will be doing some extreme protective measurements actions with our ParadiseTeam VIP members, because as much as we can still have a wick out right here just to close the CME Futures Gap and also retest our support right here, it should be just very quick to liquidate some over leveraged traders, right? However, if it's going to be slow and if we're gonna have some bearish confirmation here, that's going to be bad, and that will mean that probably there is going to be some bigger downtrend happening, right? From current perspective, it just seems to be ABC corrective move to the downside, so nothing serious just for now. However, this really needs to hold, right? Let's take a look at our daily time frame. From a medium to long-term perspective, you already know that we need some zigzag confirmation accumulation above this psychological resistance at $69,990. That didn't happen yet. This is still a resistance. However, we are starting to form a nice, very nice symmetrical triangle. Let me show you what I mean. I basically connect the lows right here and we are creating higher lows after higher lows. So this is still a bearish price action, bullish price action. And also from the tops, I can put a descending trend line right here and you can see very nice symmetrical triangle which started right here. It started from a bullish price action, so the probabilities of breaking out to the upside are much higher, right? And this is also a textbook example from our My Crypto Paradise blog. As you can see, if the symmetrical triangle is being formed from a previous bullish price action, the probabilities are likely to be in favor of bulls, and the probabilities of a breaking out to the upside are much higher. The target we can calculate by taking a measurement tool from the base to the top. So let's have a look at where it takes us if we're going to break out higher, and boom, I put it here, and as you can see, it is nicely confluenting with our medium time frame resistance zone and at $93,000 almost. So we can understand that at around $88,000 to $93,000 here will be very huge supply zone. This is going to be very strong resistance right here, but to revisit this resistance we really need to start breaking out above the symmetrical triangle. We need to have a little bit of zigzag reaccumulation first. Once we have the confirmation of this symmetrical triangle to be breaking out to the upside and the zigzag reaccumulation with ParadiseTeam VIPs, we will start getting absolutely aggressively involved in the market with leverage, because the probabilities of going higher at this time will be extremely high. And this is what you need to do as a professional trader as well. You need to know when you can pull the trigger, right? You are not a gambler, you are a strategic sniper, and you're pulling the trigger only when the probabilities and the likelihood that you will shoot the prey right to head is as high as possible. Let's take a look at the sentiment right now. You already saw the data of how much people have been liquidated, right? The sentiment is absolutely destroyed as well. Let's have a look at this down curve right here. Loads of people back in disbelief, and that is absolutely amazing. What it means that people have been panic selling here. Loads of people have been liquidated, as you already know, 155,000 people, and as you can see, the funding rates are back to neutral levels. In bull market, wow, these levels are extremely great. On OKX, you can even see that the fundings are negative. So wow, very great environment right here. This is basically show us that very minimum of people is at long positions right now. On OKX you can see that the shorts are dominating. So for the bulls to push the price higher, it's not going to be that hard to do, and actually it is more profitable. As you can see right here, if we take a look at the order book suite, you can see that from here at the downside formation around $65,000, there started some huge bid buying, right? At the same time, we are seeing some market sell orders being filled. What that means, that the smart money they had their buy limit orders ready and the panic selling liquidity is filling them, right? So smart money are buying, panic sellers are basically helping these bids to be filled. As you can see also on the volume, it is actually descending together with the price. That means the selling pressure is decreasing. What that means? It means that retail, most of the retail people already sold off, right? There is not much selling liquidity left, and even if there would be some more selling liquidity and they would try to fill the whole CME futures gap, we can see some huge buying orders right here on the Binance spot exchange, which will be helping the price to hold. Above us we see only few bigger sell limit orders which we can push through very easily. So from this perspective the market still looks bullish as well, and the king of altcoins, Ethereum versus BTC, we are at our structure support. As you can see how well it held in the past, we are right at the base of our demand zone, and this descending triangle is primed to be broken to the upside. So very nice opportunity for altcoins to be taken at the bottom, because if this is going to hold, it will be such an amazing swing highs towards our resistance, which is higher 69% from the current levels. So even though people are extremely scared, as you can see on the sentiment, this is actually the best opportunity to buy in the bull market, right? In the bull market you should be buying these dips. So most of the people aren't. Most of the people will be buying here and here if we are about to break out. And as you know from our previous videos, these descending triangles at the time zone we are at right now really worked absolutely perfectly. So as I always say, the history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Right now this opportunity is something what people were crying about missing in the past, and they probably be crying about right here at these levels. They missed it again just because the sentiment is right now in panic. I have seen many people on Twitter also calling for like $20,000 again Bitcoin, which is just from this perspective right now here quite crazy to say, because we don't have yet any bearish confirmation. So I will be updating you about the price action in the future as well. So if you have enjoyed the video, make sure you are subscribed here so you don't miss any new video. Smash the like button. If you are ready to start trading like a professional, I will see you in a ParadiseTeam VIP, or just join our free Telegram channels. We are posting loads of stuff for free that can help you to make more profitable trades. So I will see you in our free Telegram channels. Links are at mycryptoparadise.com. Cheers.